You kick your leg over, girl.
So here we have the traditional way to do Vietnamese coffee. Put the coffee in there. Filters through into the bottom. There's some milk right at the bottom. And you give it a good stir. Tastes pretty good. Joanne has just finished brewing her coffee, giving it a little stir. Ready for your traditional coffee, Joanne?
I am. Oh, it's too hot.
It's too hot?
Beautiful.
So we've decided to head out to the pass that we kind of missed a bit yesterday because it was so wet. We didn't really get a chance to enjoy it because of how much we had to concentrate on driving, and of course pulling over we just got wet and couldn't really get any of the cameras or the drone out. But it's only about 20 to 25 minutes away, and as the ride we've got today is actually only about an hour and a half to 2 hours, we thought we'd go back up to the pass, do some cool stuff with the drones and the cameras, head back, pick up the baggage before we get back on our way. As you can see, me and Joe are ready, but any of you that know the Howard Whites know that timekeeping is not their forte, so we're a little bit waiting on them, and as you can imagine, Joe's getting a little itchy.
And they arrive. These two would be late for their own funerals.
So we've just stopped at this little house. We're about to fly the drone around these beautiful mountains. Here comes the footage. This is Fu. He's allowing us to use his wonderful deck. We're getting some drone shots, we're getting a hyperlapse. James is getting his camera out and doing some pretty spectacular view shots. Thank you. Yeah. So we just gassed up, ready to rock and roll. So we just flew the drone. It started raining, so we didn't get the camera out, and now we're heading back to the hotel, picking up our bags, and then heading off to the next spot.
Hiện tại tôi đang có mặt tại cây xăng mèo vạc của tỉnh Hà Giang.
We're all saddled up, ready to rock and roll. Everyone's just sorting the final bits out. We're heading to the next town along the route. Not quite sure what it is. It's about 2 hours away, 70 k's. So we're going to take in some of the views, see what it's like. Hopefully get the drone up to do some follow me action. It looked quite good earlier, but it started raining, so we had to kind of bring the drone back in. But the skies are kind of holding out for us. Hopefully it'll be pretty good. Follow today's journey, it should be great fun. So we wished for sun, it's now come out and we're all a bit too hot. We've just kind of stopped in this kind of, I suppose, canyon, ravine, this mountainous area. James has got some pretty awesome photos. What are we saying, James, about this area?
Not a lot. I can't hear, he's got music in.
He's too rock and roll to even talk. So I have been to some absolutely stunning places, but I don't think I've been to too many more naturally beautiful than this. People's first thoughts of Vietnam is normally war and the terrible time that happened here in the 60s and 70s particularly. But for me now, first thoughts of Vietnam is pure beauty from its landscapes. It is absolutely stunning. Don't know what else to say really. Look at all of that. There's the hogs. You keep your leg over, girl. 1 kilometre to go. This is our homestay. Been upgraded to a bungalow room. And the boys got a lake view. So we've arrived and dumped our bags at the homestay. None of us have eaten today, so we're absolutely starving. So we're going to head out now and grab some food, and then we're going to see what this kind of mountainous village has got to offer this evening. When we drove through it earlier, it didn't look like there was a lot here. We are keen to check it out, so we're just going to head out now, get some food, and definitely some refreshments. So thirsty. But it's been a great day. I hope you guys have really enjoyed the footage. I really have. Let's see what the evening holds. What are we saying then, James, about today's ride?
Maybe my favourite day. It was a bit cooler. Well, it got hot, and then it got cool, and then it got hot, and then it got cool. But it was just open roads, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because it was a bit of a cooler area, some of it. The topography was very different. Like more alpine, lots more trees. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, we don't have beef.
Standard. Chicken and spicy sauce, please.
Yep.
So I have to agree with James. So far, all 3 days have been kind of different. So the first day was kind of like into the mountains and fairly fast roads. The second day was like a really twisty pass. And today was a bit more, it was probably closer to what I'd see in Europe with forests and trees and pines and long hills up and down before it bends round. So absolutely stunning, I have to say. Matt's just chilling back at the room, so myself, Joe and James have just headed out for something to eat. We're going to chill here for a couple of hours, have a few beers, and then see what the evening's got to offer here in this little, I suppose, what would you describe this, a little village?
Yeah, it's like a little Westerners homestay area that's kind of cropped up over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I would agree. So
Like a mini festival area.
let's check it out and see what the evening has to offer. So while we've been waiting for our food, myself, Joe and James have been looking at a bit of today's footage, whether that be photography or videography, and I have to say, like when you're driving it, you can't always quite appreciate it because you're having to focus on the road and everything else. But looking back at some of these photos and these videos, it is just stunning. I can't say enough good words about it. If anyone wants to know where to do a bike tour, come to Ha Giang Mountains or Ha Giang Province in Vietnam. It's incredible. Every sort of pass is a little bit different with different views. I just don't know what to say. It is fantastic. Really, leave a comment below. Let me know on your thoughts on some of the video footage you've seen today. I'd be keen to know if you've been here before, or if you haven't, or if you're planning to come here. I can make some recommendations, but this place is amazing. Come to Ha Giang Province, check out the Ha Giang Loop, and get yourself on a bike. One thing I would say is make sure you have a bit of practice if you've not really ridden a bike too much, because some of the roads are a little bit scary at times, but other than that, absolutely amazing. So we've had dinner this evening. Myself and Joe are just going to chill here in the bar for a little bit. It's been a long, tiring day. Didn't help by the fact we didn't go to bed till go on 1 o'clock last night after quite a few drinks. So today we're just going to chill for a couple of hours before we head to bed. Tomorrow we head back to Ha Giang City before we get a bus to Hanoi, and then we'll ultimately the day after be flying to Hoi An. So check out tomorrow, it should be a good one.
Do what you want to, please don't be polite, cause I like your attitude. Let's forget about a curfew, cause all that is stuck in my head.